So I think I know why I haven't been getting the results I think I deserve on the carnivore diet. It's been about 6 months. What's on my foot? And I still suffer with some skin issues. This forehead rash is a stubborn one, and digestion's a little weird. For the most part, I feel amazing. If it wasn't for that, but it is that, I want perfect health or close to it, and everything should be functioning well. And I feel like if you're doing something for a long time and you're not getting the results you want, you might have to tweak a couple things. Don't just keep heading down the road that goes off that cliff. If I just kept walking, it's like, goodbye, vegetable police. I didn't walk off the cliff. Used the old smarts. So, here we are, 6 months carnivore, and I've listened to everyone's advice. I know them all. Chafies, the bakers, the ladies in the groups. There's a lot of different opinions. Just keep going, meat, water, salt, you'll be fine. Here's what I've noticed, and it's the exact opposite of what I've been telling you. I think I felt better on higher protein. I seem to be super strong. Things are going pretty good. I don't know about ketones. I just ordered some ketone strips, so I'm gonna pee some purple stuff later on. They'll show it to you. But I felt like I don't need to be in deep ketosis to feel good. If I have this protein turning into sugar, I'm mostly burning fat with a little bit of protein sugar, and I'm fine. But my digestion is like rocks. I feel like it's the protein that constipates you, and everyone says like, oh, eat higher fat. So I've just been adding more fat to my already way too high protein. And I'm not getting anywhere. It's just like more calories, if anything. I'm still slim as it gets. So I wanted to see if lowering my protein would change anything. And I was actually pretty shocked how much things have changed lowering it. Because I was eating upwards of over 200 grams a day. I weigh about 142 pounds of furious strength in that 142, but I'm light. I should not be eating that much. And most people say 1 gram per pound to build muscle, but those aren't longevity people. Usually it's much less. And I want to see, I've built so much strength on the carnivore diet with this higher protein. What if I'm still eating meat, but just getting enough, but way lower, and my digestion improves? So like all last week, I ate much less. We're talking like 90 grams of protein, humongous amounts of fat, raw beef suet. This is where I want to abandon the whole thing. It's a nightmare. So like the results speak for themselves. My meals are digesting much faster, and I'm not getting as tired. In fact, a couple days ago I ate a meal and I was like, I want to go out for a walk. I went like into nature and got like some golden hour nature footage, and I was like, wow, look at this. I can actually move after dinner, whereas when I'm on higher protein, I'm dead. And I feel like the more I eat, the deader I am. I've been saying up to this point that eating too much fat makes me nauseous. So I was doing like a higher protein experiment before this last week, and I was getting more nauseous with the higher protein. I was like, what the hell? I ate way less fat. Maybe it's the protein. And my mind blew, put on a hat, blood crept out, but I saved most of it. And I still have some brain function, and it says, I feel better on higher fat, less nauseous, digesting faster. I want to say my skin is also clearing as well, but I've said it so many times that it loses all potency when I say it. So as soon as I say something like that, oh, my hair's thick, the next day I'm bald as a cat. It's not right. I'll just say, oh, my skin's been really good lately, this rash, and then next video I'm like, yeah, I know, it looks a lot worse, huh? Things took a turn for the worse on that one. I don't know why. I just law of attract it, the opposite. So here's where the fork in the road comes. I realized protein has been hurting me. Too much is too much. And so I've been lowering it. I'm having, what am I having today? 250 grams of ground beef. That's abysmal. That is an abysmal amount of meat. It's not much, and then the rest is gonna be raw beef suet. And you look at that plate and it's like, wow. And I'm doing no salt, just the odd bit of electrolytes here and there. And I feel more hydrated without the salt. But there's no taste in the meal. It's like, what the flying hell? How do you cook suet? Because as soon as you cook it, it melts. And if I eat rendered fat melted, I get super nauseous. So it's like in its solid form, it's okay. So either raw, or you make the tallow and then put it in the fridge and then it solidifies. But it's so bad. But I feel so happy and good in ketosis. It just, the diet on paper makes no sense whatsoever, because like this amount of fat is just completely unnatural. Say I killed a deer right now with my bare hands, and I'm drinking its blood, and I eat a couple organs. He's mostly protein. Are you truly trying to tell me that I kill that animal and just take the fat around its organs and take the liver out and, okay, that was worth it. That was totally worth it. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is protein. He's too much protein. I can't really, I'm on keto. Sorry, I know it's a waste. It looks like a waste. It's a huge waste. And there's no animals that are fat enough to provide this plan, but it seems to work. That's the problem here. What is natural and what works are often two very different things. You're thinking like, oh, it's not natural to chase a squirrel down and eat it. No, it's not. It's completely out of human nature. But a squirrel-based diet can reverse type 2 diabetes. I've seen it happen. So this diet makes zero sense on paper, but I feel like that's what's going to heal me. And how do I stand it? How do you cook suet and enjoy it? Is it even sustainable? Because farms, like, they run out of suet. They only have so much, and then you're buying, it's like, do you have any more? It's like, of course not. Like, it's one cow only gives you this much. So like, it makes zero sense on paper, but it's working. The only other pivot point I can see is going back to like a fruit juice and meat diet, replacing the fat with sugar, but I just don't feel good on sugar. But like, it would make more sense, at least in the summer. I'm doing watermelon juice all day and then lean meat like Snake Diet says. He's right. Even though he's adding like refined sugar, like he's insane, but he knows that you have to limit the fat if you're gonna eat a lot of carbs. And I've always said that from day one on the channel. It's high fat, low carb, or high carb, low fat. You have to do one or the other. And people who mix them, I can't believe you. I don't believe it's real. So it's like, I've always jumped back and forth between those two things. You see it as a flip-flop. I see it as just hopping the fence, just going over what's on this, ow, sharp things. So I just want to see what's on that other side of the fence. And I've seen both sides, and I like visiting. Just let me cut a hole in the fence and come through more often. I don't want to just wait on one side. So it's like, I might try that, but I want to really give this a go. Low protein. Do I lose all my strength? Because people are strong. Stephanie, keto person, like she's very strong, eating like 70 grams of protein a day. That's not a lot. So like, I'm eating slightly more than that. And I want to see, like, I want things to glide here smoothly. It doesn't seem to. I need like saltwater flushes just to move the bowels. And I just did some crazy liver cleanse last night. I'm doing 3 of them in 3 months. That's the plan. So stay tuned for that. Zen Cleanse affiliate sales coming your way. 5% off codes. Wow. So I've always kind of believed the keto practitioners that say it's got to be low protein, and then this carnivore thing came out and people are just unlimited amounts of protein, and some seem to do okay with it because you have better stomach acid than I do. So like, I clearly don't have any, even though I supplement with literal stomach acid. I take the Now Super Enzymes, I take lipase with it, and Digest Gold. All 3 things working in my favor. And I still, like, I have issues. The liver, if I have too much fat, it seems like I'm still kind of queasy sometimes after the fat meals. Like, I always have that slight queasiness feeling, and it's annoying. So that's why we're doing the liver flushes, and we're doing saltwater flush to empty the bowels, and we're getting somewhere. It's like a fruit hippie detox, but with meat. So you get to keep your muscle and cleanse while poisoning yourself with salt every couple of days. That's fine. It's fine, it's good. It's more than good. So what do you think? Do you thrive on higher protein? Have you noticed like, something's not right with this? I did way better when I just upped the fat, but like, what's the tasty fat? Just oil? I could do coconut oil in the fridge, solidifies, put beef on top of that. It writes itself, but it's not a book I want to read every night. Just fat is almost tasteless, and it sucks, but it makes you feel good. I'm happy. How you doing? You thumbing up the video? Do you agree with everything I said? That's not what base is the thumb up. You can just do that, even if you disagree. But the real reason you're disagreeing is because you eat 90% protein, 5% fat, 5% carbs. It's physically impossible unless you eat lab-grown technology. I almost put my nice pants on the wet ground. Lab-grown grandmothers. Hello, B. Do I have the powers to let you into my heart? Come back if that's true. He's long gone. He came back. You saw it. I'll leave now. Subscribe for more videos. See you next.